I've done Midwest Fashion Week before in 2019, and then once in 2018 as well. It was a good experience. It was kind of my introduction to the fashion world. Bernie, the designer of Couture, was kind enough to let me walk in his show, and I was hooked. It was a great experience for me, and I got to meet new people, models, designers, and makeup artists, and things like that. So I just thought it was a really awesome opportunity for me. So in 2018, my senior year of high school, I did a open call for a modeling agency in Tennessee, and I ended up signing with them. I was interested in fashion from a young age, I would say, but I didn't really consider modeling. I was kind of into more like designing clothes and just putting together cool outfits for school. But my mom and some of her friends recommended that I get into modeling. So when I signed with my agency, a friend of hers said, well, she knows the designer, one of the designers that would be at Midwest Fashion Week. And so I kind of got into it through that connection, and it was honestly a life-changing experience because it opened my eyes to what was out there and possible in the fashion world, I feel like. And without that experience, I felt like I wouldn't necessarily know what I could achieve and just the kind of doors that it could open up for me. So yeah, I have a passion for style, for clothes, and just meeting new people, learning new things. And Midwest Fashion Week, I feel like, definitely helped me open my eyes to that and just experience new things. I put it behind me. It's something that I kind of just channeled into modeling, and so I still do like it in terms of putting together different outfits. I just don't have a hand in actually making clothes like I want to, but I love modeling. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I feel like the main thing for me was just connections. I met so many people that I'm still in contact with today at Midwest Fashion Week shows, and I see them on social media all the time, people that I met years ago, and it's just cool to see them grow and develop, and I'm growing and developing myself. So they're people that I know now, and friendships that I'll hold forever, and I feel like my eyes are kind of open to what's out there. It gave me different perspectives, meeting people from all around the world. So yeah, Midwest Fashion Week definitely opened my eyes and just allowed me to meet new people. It's a great networking environment, and like I said, just the kinds of people that you meet there, they're all so creative and inspiring and driven. Yeah. It definitely put my name, I felt like, out there, and it gave me the confidence to pursue things at a higher level. I kind of took the experiences that I got from walking at Midwest Fashion Week and the connections, and I said, well, let me apply to this agency, or let me apply to this casting, because now I know what I can do, and I know that I can kind of put myself out there and grow, and not, I guess I have the experience now to kind of pursue different things. So Midwest Fashion Week, I feel like, gave me a new sense of confidence. Walking on the runway, I'm like, man, I'm actually doing this. And yeah, it kind of let me step into the fashion realm. To be honest with you, I've only watched other fashion shows. I haven't participated in them. And I would say the main thing for me is that at Midwest Fashion Week, I kind of know what goes on behind the scenes, so I get to see the start and the finish, the final product. So with other shows, I kind of watched only that final product. You don't really see what goes on behind the scenes and all of the work that goes into it. But Midwest Fashion Week, I feel like because I participated in it, I kind of get to see the process from start to finish, and I think it's really cool to see it kind of grow and to see everybody at the end of the process. So my first agency that I signed with in Chattanooga, Tennessee, they kind of showed me the ropes. I feel like they kind of pushed me to just learn about the industry and grow. So that's where I got my first headshots, my first comp cards, and my first everything, I felt like, in terms of like modeling for commercial and print and things like that. They were really helpful, and yeah, I remember my first showcase. It was in New York, and it was kind of like I got to see like different different models from around the world and meet 8 people from agencies and things like that. And one of the things that we had to make sure we had was comp cards and folders and things like that that had all of our pictures and information on it. So I kind of got introduced that way at a New York showcase called IMTA in 2018. Midwest Fashion Week, I think it definitely, it just kind of made me aware, like, you know, I see these models that might be in Paris or, you know, Milan, and they do these shows for designers that I watch all the time and brands that I like. And at Midwest Fashion Week, I'm like, well, I'm doing this too, you know, like I'm in this world too, and it makes me feel connected. Like I'm not just watching it from the outside and looking in. Like the fashion industry is all connected. All of these people, they watch each other, they know each other, and to be a part of Midwest Fashion Week, I think it made me realize, you know, I'm in this and I can definitely grow here and develop and eventually, you know, meet new people and reach different heights. I've learned definitely to be patient. I say that because when I first started out, I was like, man, I'm not sure when my next booking will be. Modeling is, I feel like there's points around the year where it gets really busy, and then there's points where you're kind of not doing so much. And, you know, like with fashion shows, it's kind of different points in the year where everything gets really busy. So I feel like what I've learned is just to be patient and trust the process and kind of just know that, you know, if you stick to it, something will come your way and you just have to be ready for it when it does. My first real fashion show, in the showcase that I did in New York in 2018, it was kind of like people that weren't necessarily doing runway. It was kind of just everyone showcasing themselves and saying, hey, I want to do a commercial, or I want to do a print ad or something. It was just for everything. But my first real fashion show with designers and things like that definitely was Midwest Fashion Week is where I got my start. It was the launching pad, yeah, I would definitely say that. Yeah. When did I learn it was a possibility? So actually in 2019, Midwest Fashion Week did a show in Paris, and I was there for that show. It was my first time being in Paris, and in France, in Europe, and so it was just a fun experience for me. And I was like, man, I'm in Paris right now, modeling at Midwest Fashion Week. So it was a fun experience. I learned a lot, and I met some cool people. It makes me eager to return to Paris and definitely model. So hopefully I'll get an opportunity there again. You definitely become more understanding of all of the work that goes into it, because prior to doing a runway show, you just think that the models and everyone just kind of appears on the stage and everyone's just ready to go. But it's not like that. It kind of like, there's like a lot of hours of work that goes into it, and you just become more understanding of everyone's job and how long it takes, and really just how much stress can go into it. So yeah, but it's awesome. I think it definitely makes me more understanding and patient, and just all around just a better model. Yeah. Bernie Martin from Katu, he's just an awesome guy, and I have him to thank for giving me my start in fashion, honestly, because he let me walk in his show when I was kind of just starting out in 2018, and I'm definitely grateful for that. So I'm excited to be back here now in 2021, walking at Midwest Fashion Week again. So definitely Bernie Martin, the designer of Katu wear. My name is Emerson Davis. I'm excited to be here. I'm based out of Nashville, Tennessee. So I've never been to Indianapolis before, but I'm really excited to be here and to walk here at Midwest Fashion Week.